Good morning. You joined me this morning in one of my favourite locations, which is really local to me, and that's the northern tip of the Chiltern Hills, more specifically Ivanhoe Beacon. I'm actually on Ivanhoe Beacon. I thought I'd come out this morning. We got a little sliver of a gap on the horizon, so we should get some light this morning, but I don't know if you can see behind me, we've got some mist that's just starting to come across the top of the hills. So yeah, I've just come out this morning with no real idea of what I'm going to shoot. I've got my camera with me and I'm just going to see what happens. But I'm in this spot at the minute and I've got a path behind me, you can see it just behind me, and that leads off out into these hills. So I'm just going to try and work this composition and get in position for when the light actually comes across the land. So it's looking like we might get it, so fingers crossed. Well, in classic Richard style, it's just been frantic. I'm hoping I got a couple of shots, but yeah, I'm not sure the composition really works here. It's quite messy, if you know what I mean. But they've got some beautiful light coming through the trees at the minute with the mist in the background. So I'm going to move position and try and shoot that. So I'll bring you back in a second. Well, that was absolutely frantic. I couldn't film any of it because the light was just kicking off. The composition I originally worked, I think it's okay, but I don't know, I have to have a look on the bigger screen, but I think it's just a bit too cluttered and messy. There's a lovely lead-in line. The light hit the land quite nice, but what I started to get was behind me, which is, it's all over now, but the mist in the valley, light was just streaming through in big rays and it was just absolutely gorgeous. So I put the long lens on to shoot the hills of the mist with my original composition, and I couldn't really find nothing, and it was, you know, it would have been a half-assed attempt. So, but I couldn't ignore the light that was going on behind me. It was absolutely gorgeous. So hopefully I've managed to get a couple of shots. It really was quite dramatic, but we'll have to have a look and see what they're like on the computer. But I'm going to have a wander around now and continue this walk round and back towards the car. So the colour's looking absolutely gorgeous on all the trees now, so it's really nice. So it's definitely some more potential. That you can see the light rays kicking through again now. See if I can yeah, look, that's a bit better. Some gorgeous light coming through that valley. You never know, might get a little bit more, but it's pretty much past its best, I think. So. Awesome morning, really atmospheric. I knew it would be, especially after like a night of rain that we've had, and the temperature really dropped. The dew point that I see on clear outside was the same as the temperature, so I think that's normally a good inclination for sort of like misty sort of atmospheric conditions. I'm not too sure. I sort of heard about it once or twice, but I might be wrong. But yeah, this in the valley that I'm walking to now, there's still quite a lot of low-hanging mist. The sun's quite harsh on the area that I'm at, but it did kick off a couple of times. There's a bank of cloud on the horizon and it sort of kept dipping in and out, and the sun rays were piercing through into the mist, and I just love that sort of light. It's probably my favourite sort of light, like, you know, with the backlit mist, and oh, it's just gorgeous. So yeah, I'm just walking back to the car really, but yeah, it's looking quite nice. So you never know, there might be another shot in the bag. but thoroughly enjoyed this morning. Yeah, autumn is definitely here now, and the colours look really, really nice with this light hitting them in the distance. So yeah, next few weeks are going to be quite exciting, and yeah, looking forward to getting out as much as I can. Well, I just put all the camera away, and this is what happened about 3 minutes after I did that, so I've had to get it all back out again. Absolutely gorgeous scenes going across towards Pitstone Hill in the distance over there. There you go. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. I could see all this mist in the distance to my right over here, and yeah, so the wind's picked up and it's just blowing it all the way across these hills, so it's looking really, really good. So I've just frantically again just been working the scene, and yeah, I've just taken a ton of images, been bracketing my exposures, so I don't really know what I've got yet. It's been happening so quickly. I've just been trying to react to the light and the conditions as they've been happening and unfolding. So yeah, absolutely awesome morning, just look at it. Love it, absolutely love it. Right, I think this mist might clear a little bit in a minute. Well, that was an absolutely crazy morning. I just love coming out on mornings where I don't really know what I'm doing, what's going to go on. I mean, it's a bit dangerous because more often than not, you're going to not really get anything that great. But we got some amazing light. That gap on the horizon delivered the sun, and we had some really, really good conditions. So initially, wasn't really happy with my first composition, but swung round, managed to get some sort of backlit mist through the trees. That was pretty awesome. All thought it was finished, packed up, started walking back to the car, and it absolutely just kicked off with the mist rolling across the hills where I was walking across. So I did do a time lapse, so if it come out well, I'll put it up. But yeah, I've gone a bit crazy this morning taking pictures, so there's going to be some good ones in there, so I'm going to have a look and see what we've got. But it was absolutely amazing. I've never seen mist like that from the viewpoint that I had this morning, so yeah, it's definitely an interesting view, and hopefully I've got something a bit different. I tend to shoot this area more for sunsets further off in the distance over at Pitstone Hill, and generally photographing the light hitting these hills from further away, so it's nice to get a different perspective. So anyway, we've had a brilliant morning. It's definitely way too harsh now, so me and Oakley are going to walk back to the car, go back and get some breakfast. So hopefully I'll see you next time. So this is my first vlog, so you'll have to bear with me a little bit. It's just shot on my iPhone, and yeah, I watch so much photography on YouTube. I love photography, and you've got to start somewhere, so hopefully I can continue these vlogs, and I'll probably look back in a few years' time and just laugh at this one. So thanks for following, and I'll put some images up from this morning. Bye.